This story in the Bible reminds me that you don't beat giants with force. You beat them with preparation, positioning, and precision. David defeated Goliath with a sling. Literally a sling and a stone. 1 Samuel chapter 17:50 says, "So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone. No sword, no armor, just the weapon that he had mastered in private." Now, when David arrived on the battlefield, he wasn't even going there to fight. He was just bringing food to his brothers as a servant. But when he heard Goliath mocking God, mocking Israel, and intimidating an entire army of trained soldiers, David responded with one of the most powerful lines in Scripture. He said, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" 1 Samuel chapter 17:26. Basically, he's saying, who does this dude think he is? He's clearly not with God. I could take him. David hears about the reward Saul's offering, the riches, the king's daughter as a wife, an exemption from taxes for his father's house. So imagine David's internal dialogue for a second. He says, hold up, you're telling me if I kill this giant, I get money, the king's daughter, and no taxes? Say less, I'm in. This is the part people skip. He had the holy conviction of protecting his people and defending his God, but he also had a clear understanding of the reward and the compensation for obedience. Now, Saul tries to give David his armor, but Scripture says, David fastened his sword over the tunic and tried walking around because he was not used to them. "I cannot go in these," he said to Saul, "because I am not used to them." So he took them off. 1 Samuel chapter 17:39. Basically, he tells Saul, nah bro, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the sling and the stone, keep the armor. He understood something that we often forget. You can't fight your battles with someone else's weapon. You win with what God trained you with. So David walks toward the giant with nothing but the tool that he had mastered in private, and makes me ask myself, what giants are standing in front of me today, and what weapon has God already placed in my hand to defeat them? Because let's just be honest, every man has giants. We got financial pressure, debt, old addictions, systems designed to keep us broke, insecurity, spiritual warfare, and oftentimes we think that we need a better plan or more resources, more skill, or someone else's strategy to defeat them. But this story reminds me of two things. Number one is, if I walk with God, no giant has authority over me. See, Goliath might have looked big, but he clearly wasn't backed by God. And number two is, my victory comes through the weapon I already know how to use. For David, it was the sling. For me, it's my voice, my communication, my ability to connect with people, my leadership, my sales ability, my consistency, and most importantly, my faith. That's my sling. It may not be the most impressive or glorious thing, but it's the tool that God put in my hand. And God blesses what you actually use, not what you compare yourself to. So this week I want to remind you, stop trying to fight with armor that doesn't fit you. Use the weapon that God put in your hand, because the weapon that you train with in private is the weapon God will use to bring you victory in public.